Yes, right now. Good evening, everybody. This is Eric and Coinless for Two Brothers Gaming. We're playing for Team Haberdashery. We're going to do Road to Oblivion, Episode 3. This week we're going to go up against Kismet, and we're going to see how we do. Coinless, are you there?
Yeah, someone brought a script this time. I'm just
Yeah, I gotta step up my game. You know, you made me look. You're gonna bring all those jokes, so I gotta at least do something here. You know, people, come for your jokes. That's definitely sure. But in all fairness, they also come to donate to Extra Life. So, for those that are watching, feel free to look at our Extra Life page.
Heroes.
They are the real heroes. See, there you go. And go to the Extra Life page. Team Rabbit Haberdashery will put the link in the chat, and you can look over the various teammates. We've all representing different hospitals. I'm representing one in San Diego. Coinless is representing one in Bay State. There's several other places located. Find one that resonates with you, and go ahead and donate as much as you can. So we're doing this for the children. Later on in the year, we're going to do a separate Extra Life event where we will fight Oblivion, and hopefully these practice matches will help us get ready for that. So that's in the chat. Without further ado, I am going to switch over the screen to the game, and then we're gonna just start playing. I'm gonna drop down the. Actually, I don't know. There's one knock I have about the game is that once you're in the game, controlling the music volume is kind of like hard to do. But okay, so we're gonna do misinformation. No, we're doing Kismet. Excuse me, Kismet. Boom.
Kismet, you already suffered misinformation.
Yes. We don't have the. We've worked past the secretary. So who?
Difficulty again? 3. Okay, they were decently challenging.
This one's 2. So again, I think we discussed the battle plan. The battle plan, if I remember correctly, is to make sure she doesn't keep her lucky charm. So who do we bring into the fight there, Coinless?
Well, let's see. So this is the biggest question. Should we A, use strategy, or B, not use strategy?
So you mean like one, cheese it with the best team we know how to bring, or B, like just bring who you bring and figure it out? Yeah. I say let's bring the A team and just crush her like the bug she is. But I think this one that'll be okay. I think there's other ones where the mechanic is like, you definitely gotta bring Raw for the puns at the very least. I expect to hear round 2 of Raw puns. And I feel like raw puns. Hey, that's what I did the other day at work. I was just dropping dad joke raw puns.
You're already better than Raw.
Nah, that's right. Raw, you taking notes? So,
get them down eventually. Just give me time.
God damn it! Even one of the announcers is better at jokes than I am. Meanwhile, at the Legion.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Heroes. Is like,
oh, God damn it!
Damn it! We're not even in the game yet. They're already stealing my lines. Just like the one line he had down.
I know, like it's the one. He's looking at that index card and he's like, the one thing I spent all week.
Crumples it up, just throws it out.
It's like son of a. He's like, I'll be back next week. So,
yeah.
So how do you want to do this? I definitely think Raw and Tempest need to make an appearance. So do you want to grab Tempest? Grab Tempest and Raw. I will grab Legacy because
we have all these quirky new heroes to choose from, and we use only the basic set. What a wonderful strategy!
Right.
How about this?
Well, you want to do a different environment? Let's bring a different environment. We'll switch it up that way.
Okay, fine. I can really tell that you don't want to break out of your comfort zone this time. So.
All right. We'll break out of our comfort. Let's do it. All right, let's pick somebody.
New
like
characters?
Stuntman. Bring Tempest, and then the next 2 will be randoms.
Next.
We're gonna bring 5 heroes.
Okay.
So those will be the core 3, and then we bring some new heroes to the match. Ooh, I don't know.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Why not Luminary? He's basically just the guy we've been fighting, Aaron Blade.
Yeah, I think that's actually the change. Like, Lex Luthor becomes a good guy. Like, Luminary is like literally Baron Blade. He's like thought better of his decisions. I will have to fact check that.
Lex Luthor does become president in like Soviet.
Does he really?
Superman timeline. But when Superman is a threat or he ceases to be in the world, Lex Luthor just sometimes becomes a better guy. Not always, but sometimes. His biggest hurdle is literally the fact that Superman's around. So, yeah, assuming Luminary actually killed Legacy, I can and assuming he's very Lex Luthor, he's like, oh, well, now that the hero's dead, I guess I gotta reevaluate my life.
I gotta. I'm gonna go. Man, I'm so gravitating towards. Do you want me to pick someone that I've played like once a long time ago, or do you want me to pick someone completely new? I have no idea.
Well, I don't want to spend 20 hours fighting this one person.
That's kind of where I'm like. So, that was kind of like subtly what I'm saying. Like,
pick a character you're accustomed to that the stream hasn't seen. Like, I already used Stuntman, I think.
Scholar, or is that too common?
Basically, we played the entire course. We haven't played Absolute Zero on this one, have we?
I don't like Absolute Zero. He's one of the core people, but I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to go with Mr. Fixer.
Okay.
I don't expect much out of him. He's kind of like.
Oh, he's like Stick from the Daredevil series. Stick, Stick, right?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I would say like kind of
Daredevil. Blind mentor.
Yeah, I would go with that. I agree with that.
Very obscure nerd reference, but we're playing a nerd game.
We are, so definitely. All right, who's your choice?
I take nerd as a badge of honor. I'm gonna go really out of the box and take Absolute Zero.
Oh, okay. All right, core hero. There's some synergies there, but like, All right.
I like how I state we should really break out of the box and proceed to play the 3 most generic heroes.
Yeah, the core base pack.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Absolute Zero, so I feel like that's.
No, I think that's okay. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Where do you want to do this? We're looking at locations now.
That'll be a new environment. I feel like that we have to do a new environment.
Really? Okay. We're really screwing ourselves here.
Okay, well, we'll go. If you want to feel like safe, what we can do is.
Safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say like an easy level 1.
Yeah, Freedom Tower is a level 1, so that's why I was like, safe? Boom, Freedom Tower.
Safe. Freedom Tower. The day was saved by the Kraken. He just comes back from last episode, taping back to camp.
It's like,
yay!
It's like, can I audition now?
You gotta make a lot of we gotta keep continuity. That's a core part.
Oh, is that it? You haven't seen the last of the Kraken.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, let's do this. I shouldn't put Legacy up front.
I thought he was.
He is, but I like to see the different lines. We fight for the poor lost little heroes. It looks like your luck has just run out. We fight for this day for liberty and justice. See, that's the problem with Legacy. Outside of his nemesis, you're not gonna get.
No, I think Ra wants to say something. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, you're about to get lit up.
Nice.
We're gonna burn you down along with this building.
No. You were doing so well. You were smoking hot back there, and now not so much.
It's Kevin's like that. It's like 2 steps, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That building's literally our home. You're so close.
That's right. No.
It's like,
all right.
Someone grab a fire extinguisher, Roz. He's having some bad ideas.
Yeah, I gotta put these ideas down. Alright, so start of the game. Enter play Charm, Scoundrel, Talisman. Yeah, just do a little damage.
Free damage.
Free?
Free.
Oh, free.
Yeah, it's free of charge.
Oh, yeah.
Giving out free damage.
Just for $1. Play the card next to the hero with the most cards in the hand. Whenever that deals damage, their player must discard one. Oh, man, that stinks. Who wants the...
Okay.
I feel like one of the new guys, one of the rookies, need to take the hit to slow him down.
Yeah, we have the
wait,
core
or give it to Legacy, because whenever the hero does damage, their player must discard one card. Legacy rarely does damage. The way we play him, he buffs. So I would say Legacy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Absolute Zero, but then over half his moveset is about hitting himself in the face, so he does damage in live.
He does, yeah. All right. So my vote is that we take out Legacy, play a card. Oh, I gotta play a card first? Okay.
I think he just got hit with all 5 cards are gone.
Oh no. All 5? It says Legacy, play a card, so I'm playing a card.
Okay, never mind.
So I should now I'm healing everybody up from that 1 damage they took, so and it buffs everyone else's damage, but it doesn't make me do damage.
That's good.
I feel like we're doing good meta game right now. We got this whole like, all right, Ra.
Damage type your choice to start your next turn. All right. Let's see my moves. I got Summon Staff. Search your deck for your Staff of Ra and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck. I feel like this is a good card.
What, the Summon Staff?
Yeah.
That's always a solid one. You can't go wrong with that. That's one of his core ones he does.
I got Staff of Ra immediately. Increase jump by Ra when this card enters play. I'll just put it up. Here you go, Ra. Looks like I'm the one with the real firepower today.
Nice. Whoa.
Am I doing it right? Am I punning?
Am I punning? Is this happening? This is happening. I'm telling jokes.
Wow, that's a lot of...
That was a lot of damage there, Ra.
Good DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's going to take me a second here. After Mr. damages the target, all damage dealt to that target is irreducible to the start of the next turn. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. He's used strike power twice this turn.
Oh no, that's why Mr. Fixer is here. He's been helping Ra like fix his puns. And now he's like just here. He's like the pun mentor.
He's the pun mentor? That's right. He's like, you gotta get in there, Rocky. You gotta tell the jokes. Alright, so I have an idea.
I didn't notice. It's a really subtle detail, but Mr. Fixer's like cigar actually like has a glow to it on his panel screen.
Oh yeah.
It's such a minor thing, but it's like, oh, that's interesting.
So now that I damage Kismet, she does Fixer's negates her damage by 1. All right, Tempest.
Yeah, I could use Chain Lightning, but I feel like that'd be a waste. At the start of your turn, Tempest deals Electrical Storm is a good setup, I think.
I'm fine with that as long as you do the 1 to everybody, because we need to knock the talisman out of it.
I have to.
Well, yeah, that's true. I think the talisman should go. Oh wait, maybe not.
I just hit choose for me because you know.
I think it's the same.
Floop, Stolen Charm when it flips. Oh wait, now does Tempest have it?
No, Legacy has it because I think because he's the one with the afflicted card. I think so. He ends up holding it or something.
Deals 1 target 2 damage after the second target. Deals himself 1 cold damage, 1 fire, and then there's You may draw a card, search your deck for model card, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck card.
Oh,
I
so
guess.
Legacy's got an extra power now that he holds the talisman. Reveal the top 3 cards of any one deck and put them on the top of the deck in any order. So I get to reshuffle the top 3 of anybody. Hey, look at Absolute Zero's background's pretty badass. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, Absolute Zero is that guy that like tried really hard in the costume department. He's like, yeah, I look awesome, but then just never got picked.
That's right.
Like, yo, no, you look awesome, but you're just not the hero we're looking for. It's like, but I have the power of fire and ice. Isn't that perfect? Yeah,
Yeah, you probably should have just
no,
picked
we
one
don't.
and stuck with it, not like
Yeah,
hedge your bets.
we think you're diversifying your skill set is a good idea, but
Kind of
we're
makes you a
kind of
little
the punch
mediocre.
them until they die heroes, not very much strategize. They would take cold damage here, gains that HP. What's this? When absolute is dealt fire damage, that much cold damage.
I'm more of this,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I don't know how to play him optimally. I just
I think
know
I
that
probably should have gone the other way, but this is fine.
I'm.
Absolute zero do this is off 1 cold damage or 1 fire. Cold damage. I'm gonna hit myself in the face. Oh, that hurts a lot more.
Yeah, but you heal when you hit yourself with cold damage. You're healing, but you're already healed, so you don't really need it. So again, it's one of those.
I now have +3 heal if need be.
Play this card on a room card. If there's no room cards in play, play the top card of the environment deck. Room. At the end of the environment turn, play the top card of the environment. Oh, that's not good.
Increase damage dealt by villain by 1. It's not there
Wait
anymore.
a second. Did misinformation, was she our secretary?
Yeah, obviously.
What?
That was her. Wait. Did you not like understand the whole concept of the character?
No, I thought she was somebody else's secretary.
You thought she was just a random receptionist out in the world, like just causing severe mischief for
I didn't know she was our secretary. Oh man, I'm gonna have a field day with HR.
The whole point of misinformation was like she was like a sleeper agent that was like messing with the base.
Nope, completely missed that. I just thought she was like
that was a real raw moment, right?
No, it was. I'm trying to attribute it to a character, but we didn't bring anyone to be like, wait, what? Susan? Susan was the bad guy? It's like from accounting? No, it's like yeah. All right, which card?
Wait, they have a negative comment about me already? I only screwed up 1 week. Come on, guys. You don't gotta relegate me to that.
All right, so we're doing pretty good. She only did 1 damage.
Sorry, Rob, but you ain't the hot stuff that you thought you were. Says Tempest.
That. All right. Wait. Training simulator. Move all villain target from the villain trash into play. Ooh, that could be bad. Of course, she has no trash.
I honestly think if you just keep using your buffs, we'll kill her before she can do anything.
Well, I think the best part is that she nerfs people's damage. Like, but if Legacy never throws a punch, like, it kind of negates.
Aha! Joke's on you, villain. My ultimate ability is pacifism.
God damn it! Foiled again. Why won't you fight me? Yeah, I'm just playing cards
because I am a cheerleader. I spent 3 years on the
my skill is to make other people better. I'm the coach.
I write and hand out the pamphlets every time.
I'm the water boy of the group.
To be fair,
hot towel, water. That's fair. That's true.
Kind of the whole. Oh, my staff is gone. I don't know why.
Did you destroy your card again?
I did.
No,
it's in the trash, man. I just.
Did you see the clip I clipped from last episode there, where you were talking for like 2 minutes? Okay, don't destroy the card. Don't destroy the card. Don't destroy the card. And then you're like, aha, I'm gonna play this power. And then like I don't even think you realized it, but you destroyed the card. And then next turn you were like, wait, where did my card go? It's like when you play the replay, it's like, yeah, you destroyed it. Anyways,
Okay, deal one target 5 damage.
yeah, just I would
Just hit her in the.
wait. Does she have the
Is the
talisman back? No, she doesn't. Oh, you could,
no? It's just
you could,
I can
you could
destroy
destroy.
your talisman.
Yeah, yeah. Just I
Is
think we just
the
face shot her and she's good.
oh yeah no we deck her in the schnoz and pull them.
Yeah, I think
Question. So wait, was the clip on Rabbit?
it is, and it's also been ported to the YouTube channel, which is a great segue to. Yeah, we both have. We have videos on Twitch, but also on Rabbit Haberdashery 1 on YouTube. I clipped a lot of your puns on there. I thought they were very on point. You were on fire
Oh yeah, for
that week.
someone that
What?
for, for someone that was like playing a game at quite literally midnight, I had more cognitive ability than I do in general.
Wow. Mr. Fix has actually got good cards, but like it's not like do 5 damage to the face. It's more of like if you do 1 damage, you can do 1 more damage and pick another person. But I'm like, I just need to punch one villain. So
You put a lot of clips on that.
you were on fire. What can I say?
Thank you. The one thing Ra's good at.
Yeah.
Who knew that just punching your enemy in the face was such an effective method?
I love people are going to be watching this like, oh yeah, I'm going to watch for the strategy. It's like, yeah, we punch in the face? Now we should do that.
Isn't it like, oh no, my one weakness, blood force trauma to the skull. Who could have ever
A
guessed
knuckle
my
sandwich.
It's like, and just imagine all of us like, there we go. It's like, take her out, bam. It's like the hero, just like hands away. It's like, and the day was saved by the heroes, and they're all just like beating them, like dogpiling on them, and then in the background, Legacy just like, yeah, good job. Does anyone want some Sprite? Maybe some Gator. Target deals destroy 2 ongoing cards, but it's
Well, I don't think the room cards count as ongoing cards. That's why, like,
I have 2 of them.
okay.
I'll just waste it because I just want to do damage.
I mean, yeah.
Take this. Taser. Just like doesn't even like he just pulls out one.
Oh, you can get rid of the Jinx cards. Yeah, do that.
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah, that way, Legacy can actually do some damage. It's not gonna hurt.
Wow, Ra
Yeah.
is like really useful. Unlike some people, turns to Ra. Emotional damage 100.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
I'm on your side. Why do I feel like I'm the one that's being most attacked right now?
You see, Mr. Fix is like, you see, someone needs to be the bullet sponge for the group, and it's you.
It's just that instead of taking physical blows, you take psychological.
That's right. You take all the... Makes us feel all better about us ourselves. All right.
Okay.
What synergies are you working on there?
I hurt myself more.
I did. I get to see everyone just like punching the villain, and then Absolute Zero standing back going, I think... Yeah, no, I think the best strategy is to punch myself in the face. Everyone's
Guys, don't worry. I heal. You're at full health. Yeah, but what if I wasn't? Has she even attacked at all? I think we've just been like persistently punching her in the face.
She attacked twice. In the first round, she attacked everyone for 1 damage, which Legacy quickly healed. And then I think she dealt Legacy like 1 more damage or something.
We're quite literally curb stomping this
Pretty
random goth.
Pretty much. It's getting uncomfortably ugly.
Kismet feels more of like a random team playing rock music. That's the psychic damage we got, and we're like, "Oh, this sucks!" And we just came out and started fighting.
That's my vote.
Don't worry. Today, the day will be saved from your darn metal music. It's
Uh-oh.
like, no, I just.
I think
Oh,
she took her talisman back.
yeah, she realized that putting it on you was the worst idea. Damage, but I hurt myself all the time.
I feel like Absolute Zero probably enjoys it a little bit too much. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, punch me to face again." You're like, dude, you're creeping us all out. You're supposed to not like the pain."
What? No, I don't like it. Slams closed and just walks out. It's like, oh no, yeah,
Again.
nothing to see here.
Okay, so the environment card is creating, if there's no uh increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1. So okay. But now, okay, so now we actually have a target to think about. I am going to do this. I'm just gonna go for the talisman again, because I know there's some cards in there that like she'll draw, and if she's holding the talisman at the time, like that's where it hurts, you know.
I mean, Tempest is just gonna destroy it when it's his turn right now. So
Tempest has got that confidence.
as long if it's 3 or below, Tempest owns the show.
Yeah, I would say Inferno or something like that with the buff from Legacy. That's gonna do some crazy damage.
I'd make a reference, but that would be copyright, and then Rob be taking a much worse burn than anything in
That's
this
right.
game. Remember,
Oh,
kids,
I don't like
the
sick
one
burns.
thing more singeing and scathing than gameplay is copyright infringement.
Only friends don't
Only
let
right.
friends do copyright infringement.
Yeah. And, oh wait, what? Rod deals 1 target, 3 fired.
Up to 5 others, 5. I would kind of just cancel that out unless you.
Well, I'll have Absolute Zero get a lick in. Just for fun, you know.
Raw, come down. Come
Yeah.
down, Raw. He likes it though, no? That's his thing.
Like, and then it's like, no, I just what is this?
Hey, you get the talisman now. Hero with the highest HP gets the talisman.
Reveal the top 3 cards of any deck, any one deck. Put them back any order. Okay, I'm actually gonna use the chalk.
Really? Okay.
When
I
flipped to the
feel
side,
like we're a
return this
little
card to-
being a little too confident about this, but that's okay.
It's fine. It's gonna. There's no negative repercussions whatsoever. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it on Ra himself. And put this. It's already at the top of the deck, and you may use an additional. And I'll also use this as the next one. And so yeah, I made absolutely no changes to the top of my deck order.
I see the cards and I acknowledge that.
I like them. I think they're very good where they are. See, there is no negative repercussion, only a net neutral one. Hey, it's not bad if nothing happens. Sure, I could have used it to attack her and help us progress the story, but
Alright, I think I'm gonna do this.
does that guy just throw a card? No, he's just salvage yard. Oh. Move all equipment cards from each hero's trash into their.
Wait, you have the talisman right now, right?
What? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna punch her in the face.
I mean, I'm fine. I don't. Yeah. Grease monkey fist. Legacy's galvanized. Grease monkey fist. You get double. Nice. Oh, it's like, yeah.
I guess you have to you have to deal each non-hero target. So you're gonna bolt both of them. So
Yeah. I know this might be a bit shocking for you, random goth girl on the street, but we don't take kindly to people that hurt people with music. Like, it's just, in my expression is like, well, lightning bolt.
expression.
It's like, wait, no. I'm just trying to. It's like she's really rational. It gives like a really good reason for what she's doing. It's like, no, I'm just trying to spread kind of this sort of more open ideology. It's like lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning. It's like,
It's not even lightning. It's just like just the voltage.
It's like, and you know what? Actually, I think I've come around. I think I actually want to be a good guy now. It's like, oh, well, I've already had this like charged up bolt attack, so it's good to know. Lightning. Ah!
That was some static.
Maybe you can cling to heroic ideology in the future. Absolute Zero deals one non-hero target for cold damage. Use himself to fire damage.
I feel. Yeah, Absolute Zero. Like, you have to sit down and you have to map out like what his synergies are. Like, I feel like in a game you're like, at least when I look at the cards, I go, I can't, I don't have time to think this out. What I'm gonna do 5 moves from now.
I have like, well, I guess I'll just, I use the any villain card which would act at the end of the villain turn. It said acts at the start of the villain turn.
A lot of times that will nerf the abilities of it, because a lot of times those environment cards will say destroy yourself at the start of the turn, thinking it's going to be next turn, so sometimes to destroy themselves before they fire off a round or something.
Now he's healed himself. See?
See? He's tanking himself.
And the day was saved by like 3 heroes, and then one guy who kept punching himself with like a freezing fist. 4 characters.
I feel like this.
The front desk. Ah yes, the territory of the receptionist. We don't want to have any of that lingering. I feel like if a villain ever infiltrated, like the receptionist did, they would fully just remove, what did I say? Like, the villain desk, like, they would just wipe out everything they had. If they, like, had a poster that was just of cats, totally normal, the heroes would still rip it down, and it's like, well, we don't know, there could be, like, evil, villain toxin or a curse in it. It's like, it was just a cat photo. It's like, but we don't know.
It says hang in there. Like, I can see one person rationally trying to explain to like the angry mob of superheroes. Like, it says hang in there. This propaganda's been here all along.
Hang in there. But if you secretly pull apart the words, it becomes an acronym, which is key and negative agenda.
What?
Have a negative agenda.
And then half the group's like, oh yeah, I see it. They just go along with the mob.
Yeah. Rod's like, maybe it is just a normal cap. I was like, shut up, Rod.
Alright. She's got the talisman back. What?
Absolute Zero is in a contest with Rod to see who's the better punching bag. They're just on different fronts right now.
They're just on different fronts. One's the emotional punching bag, and the other one's the physical punching bag. All right, let's see. I feel like I mean, legs is here just really the buff. That's what he's here for. The rest of it's just kind of window dressing.
Honestly, yeah, I guess I think Absolute Zero is really good from what I'm aware of what he does is we have him on the field exclusively so that he gets punched in the face and then hits himself to heal.
That's our tactic right now.
Yeah. Okay. Raw deal regains increase. Okay, yeah, so I'm not supposed to use the staff. Okay. Good to know.
No, you're supposed to have the staff. I mean, you can, but it's like a one-shot deal. Like
yeah, that's what I did before. So yeah, I destroyed the card I got. Why don't you? Every time I have Raw, I just destroy his own stuff that he doesn't want destroyed.
He
Why do you?
is such a pyro. He's burning his own stuff. That's what it
He
boils down
keeps
to.
like dropping it. Like it's like, haha, I'm gonna use it. Oh, and just drops it, breaks. Oh, the only raw damage that's being dealt out today is the emotional kind to myself.
Nah.
None of these are really puns. They're just like philosophical torment.
Alright, so I'm going to go with this, even though I just got so many tools now that are kind of like, I guess you can only have one tool, one style going on at the same time.
Is she gonna flip, or are we just gonna kill her?
There is a real chance we're going to kill her this turn. I
Honestly,
just did five fire damage with my fists.
Yeah. Dual crow. I'm just saying, like, she really hasn't done anything. She's literally just
Oh my god,
sat
look at
there.
it. I did 9 damage to the talisman. Holy dog shit. Mr.
She's
Fixer
just been
is
standing
like...
here. Oh yeah, he's got some pretty good damage.
Yeah.
Plus the buffs.
That was some intensity. He did 9 damage. He actually did what, like 7 damage to the villain, and then 9 damage? Oh, she's down to 1.
You know, Temp is just gonna kill her with his. I'm not even gonna bother using my. I guess.
You just might as well take the shot now. This is the last move. You didn't even.
Yeah.
Tempest hasn't even started yet, and like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
I just put that there for, you know. It just is like,
Mercy.
yeah, you're dead. I could use chain lightning, but I'm just saving it. Like maybe she'll. Nope, she doesn't. She's just that.
Nope.
She was that useless.
Damn, how'd you call her out? That's some smack talk you're doing.
Her entire gimmick that she was able to do was she threw a rabbit like trinket at us, and then nothing else. The only reason like we didn't kill her faster was because we just decided to hit the rabbit trinket a few more times.
In fairness, though, if she has a rabbit trinket, and we would know, the audience would not know from this display of awesomeness. Also, there's a lot to be said about the core team we're bringing in here. You bring Legacy, Ra, and Tempest, you're going to deal the damage. But that trinket does cause headache if she plays a card with the trinket in her hand. But
you have different trinkets because whatever one she was using was awful.
No, I don't know I don't remember if she's got different trinkets or not, but she definitely, like, there's some cards, if like she's holding the trinket, this causes 10 damage. And you're like, son of a bee, or something like that. But if she's not holding the trinket, like, want, or like it's like 2 damage. So, really, I think her deal is like her superpowers are all based on the trinket. Like she's just an angry person without the trinket, you know.
But basically, what you're telling me is we punched her so hard she forgot how to fight.
Yeah, we didn't let up. We just kept punching her. Also, the fighting in our building helped us out. Of like, the environment did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no, I didn't even read the cards. It just kept saying like this effect does this, and then nothing happened because the effect doesn't. Like,
there was nothing there out there that triggered the event, and it was just kind of like, yeah, for the most part, it's, you know, the environment's not a player. So yeah, that worked out really well.
Yeah, no, she just, yeah. The day was saved by blunt force trauma to the villain's head.
Honestly, did we take damage? Like, look at like
at the start of the turn, like the very start of the game, we took some psychic damage.
But is everyone like full health? Like almost?
Well,
I think like maybe like Legacy's missing a point or something like that. I feel like.
Well, the thing I was gonna say absolute 0, but then I remembered that Ra literally punched him in the face. That was the only damage. It was. Yeah. They did nothing. They literally just sat there and got like beat up. She was supposed to be harder than Baron Blade, and she was worse.
Fair.
She did nothing.
No, she did nothing.
The good thing is though, we made some good time. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah, we did. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to work.
yeah.
Bring the power team in. But yeah, like honestly, I think did anyone take I mean, I knew people take damage, but I think we got back to full health for most
Yeah,
of
no,
it.
everyone was full health, I think,
Oh
except
no,
maybe.
Tempest,
Uh,
because there was one moment where like some damage was sent to Legacy and that got redirected to Tempest for like 6 damage or
really?
something. Yeah, Tempest took
I
one
didn't
hit.
even really. No, I don't think it was that much.
It
And if
was
it
like,
was, I literally didn't even notice
yeah, I think,
because I didn't. His health didn't go down that much.
and a special shout out to Mr. Fix It because he actually brought more damage than I thought. I knew he does the like 1 damage and then maybe like one other damage, and I was like, okay, well I'll do like 1 to 2 melee damage, and he's that's contributing. It's not like but he actually was bringing some crazy damage after a little bit, so.
Mr. Fixer can fix any problem except one: Ra's inability to be competent outside of just damage.
That's right. Burning damage.
Ra was like the kid that would go to like he would be the person that people would ask to help them do homework, but the second he tried to sit next to them at the lunch table, they would just like pull up their plates and leave.
Probably. Probably that. I agree with that. But I would say though, Absolute Zero was probably making Raw look good today because I don't know what he had a hard time warming up to the
He was
group,
just sitting there twiddling his thumbs. I
punching
mean, to be
himself.
fair, I think we could have gone in with like without him at all, and it would have made like no difference.
Yes. I think this is one of those rare scenarios that like it would have made uh there was no need. He didn't bullet sponge, he didn't tank, he didn't deal
He
damage.
tanked damage that Ra decided to give.
Right. He literally didn't bring anything to the table today at all. Everyone else brought stuff to the table. He was just yeah. Which is kind of saying something if you can go in with 4 heroes and still do that. But again, I think the Legacy, Ra, and Tempest are those core heroes that like you bring Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman to a fight. Yeah, you really don't need too much else. Uh,
That is true.
so
Honestly, you bring Superman, you don't need much else. Batman would be useful. Wonder Woman would also be decent, but like, you honestly, it was. Sorry, that's a bit off topic, but
nah. Um,
usually Superman just solves most problems. He's not like a detective, so the whole like Batman stuff would be useful. Plus money.
yeah,
Um,
money. That is
but
a
other than
superpower.
that,
Yeah,
like
the
when
money,
you
the
boil it
detective
down to
stuff of like, and then like not to destroy the whole city in order to solve the problem. Like,
yeah,
Batman can go in and get someone caught and arrested, and well, Superman's probably taking down a building in the process.
yeah,
His insurance
or
premiums
like
are much higher.
if there's like a code that needs to be hacked, like Batman's like, okay, I'll just reroute the entire like like AI virus and just like fix it, and then Superman's like, oh, the some of the virus got out. I guess I'll just smash every computer on the entire planet that has it, while Batman's just like clearing out the rest of them. It's like you honestly, the Justice League kind of redundant when you have two people that literally just do everything that the other doesn't, and everything they like do happen to be able to accomplish is just everything they need. Like straight up, uh, Superman can fly as fast as the Flash, who can like, and the Flash can effectively move like at relativistic speeds.
Right.
Maybe the Flash is
Time changing.
faster, but
Have you seen the Flash movie advertisement?
there's a new one.
Yeah, well, it came out during the Super Bowl, yeah. Which my comment would be it's a
Oh,
Batman
live
movie
action
that
thing.
has the Flash. The way like it was like Batman's supposed to make an appearance and all that stuff, but the way they've marketed it, I'm like, wait, this is the Flash's movie, but like it just seems like it's a spin-off Batman movie that has the Flash. And I don't know. I just wait for the pitch meeting on that of like, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I have a
The new Batman movie. No. We need a new Flash movie. Didn't you do
Flash
Batman?
movie with Batman. I'm
It's like
right there with
crazy,
you, sir.
barely
You know,
comedian.
it's like
We're just 95% of the movie will be Batman, and then 5% will just be the Flash.
but we'll call
it's
it the Flash.
it's like, don't you think that doesn't give him enough screen time? It's like, well, he is moving really, really fast, so we can just say we can't see him that fast.
Nice, nice.
It's like, oh, it's like not, it's like tight.
Yeah, the clip I saw, I'm like, is this a Batman movie? Like, I'm not against it. I'm like, oh, this is cool, but like, I do feel bad for like Flash fans out there that probably like thinking they're gonna get a whole movie of just the Flash or whatever, but
Well,
which
here's
is
the
not
thing,
my, it's not Flash is not my superhero. He does not resonate well with me. Of like, I mean, it's cool and all, but I speedsters always like break my mind of either like lame or they're ridiculously overpowered that like they break reality. Like
oh yeah,
there's
I know. I love like the Quicksilver scenes where like like he just like saves everyone from the mansion super casually, or he just the first one he just like literally just moves bullets, being very. I love that. I wish that's why I want a Flash movie or just a movie with a speedster that's just like all about
bullet
slow mo
time.
time abilities, because that's so cool. I love that.
It is
But
true.
like, yeah, like you would have to either A, have another speedster, or have a character that explicitly like makes a speedster struggle. So like a very smart character that you
Well,
can't just
and that's where what was it, the Justice League cut where I did appreciate where the Flash is like running around and then you see Superman tracking him with his eyes.
just turn. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that scene.
that was like
Yes,
a bad scene where, and then he's got that look of like, oh nuts, like like he
red
can,
buttons.
like. So I did appreciate that moment, but you're right though, like that's where I like speedsters are like wildly broken as a superhero because they can just you know time travel
Yeah,
or just
assuming you
do
can't
everything in
time
a moment.
travel. Well, here's the thing. Speedsters,
Yes.
like even if you take out like the whole like Speed Force being able to like move through time, which is again, time manipulation is like one of the absolute peak hacks abilities, like number one most overpowered hack abilities in general. And speedsters like half the time they have that. Otherwise, all they have is high speed regeneration, since they can just recover insane amounts of stamina, high superhuman durability because they need that to move at high speeds. The reflexes that allow them to like basically react to something that should like be killing them in real time.
Right.
Uh, things that being able to move so fast you can't even perceive. They also can think. So like they could like go into a library, understand everything in the library, walk out, and like so they can become like a super genius in a matter of a minute.
Right.
Like by just reading every book. You got to have like the patience to do it, but it's like way easier.
Right. Like if
solid
you had
matter.
if your entire life or like you could slow down time to bullet time, you could get so much accomplished in like an hour. And yeah, like that's why I'm like speedsters would be broken because you could get your like doctorate in like a day. Like
Unofficially.
unofficially, but like yeah, no, unofficially, but like you could learn all this stuff, do all this stuff, travel like that's where I'm like it's more broken than Superman. So
Well, I mean, to be fair, Superman is kind of at that same level. It's just a bit different since
he has that
Superman does
power and others, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, Superman like he has super flight speed and he's not quite like physically he's not quite as fast as the Flash, so his reflexes debatable. He's a bit slower, but speed-wise he's comparable.
I think
Assuming
that's
you're not going
Flash's
to
only weakness is that if it's an airborne enemy, like he's got to.
Actually, I'm sorry to spoil this for you, but there is some comics where basically what the Flash can do is he can jump onto a cloud and vibrate the molecules so that like the cloud turns into a solid. as a
No,
temporarily, so
I
like, hold it up.
for
Yeah,
some
he can
reason my
cloud
my
jump.
mind rejects that. And I
He
know
can
like I'm
cloud jump.
starting with a person could run at like the speed of light, but I'm kind of like that's just lazy comic book writing in my mind
In
of like
theory,
I
they
needed
haven't.
the hero to get through the cloud, and I'm like, give him a weakness for crying out loud.
Well,
It's like,
if they want, they never do it this way. But if they really wanted to, which wouldn't be hard, especially with how fast he can move, if they wanted to, they could just make it so you know how the Flash can make the tornado arms?
yeah,
He so easily could just use that as a method of flying. He could just make tornado arms and just fly around.
but it would be chaotic travel, wouldn't it? And also, once he left the ground, like the tornado would wear out at some point, like
Well,
right?
here's the thing. He can move faster than light. So I'm pretty sure he can move his hands fast enough to propel himself off the ground with a wind
Oh,
current. If he, because like he can
yeah,
he can do the wind arms, and the wind arms can
that's true.
make a car gradually like land on the ground.
That's
Like
true.
he's so he can definitely propel himself upward. And if he
It's
can
not
propel himself
graceful. It
up,
wouldn't be
it's not graceful.
be graceful looking, but you're right. He could do
It,
the wind arms and
well,
kind
we
of like
say it wouldn't be graceful, but to be fair, he again has like super high reaction speed. So he can even though it would look very like brute force and like rough,
yeah.
in reality, he would be able to like readjust his speed on an absolute dime.
It's true, but it wouldn't be as graceful as like Omni Man just kind of like floating into a room. But
Yeah, he
you're right.
can't just
Yeah,
to be at well.
but you're right. Like
There's
yeah, you
just
would have a lot
stupid
of
things they let
maneuverability.
him do.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
You know, like
Yeah, you're
one of
right.
his abilities, he can just like straight up like sap or zap the time from people, so they're like permanently unable to like move. He basically can just petrify people by like siphoning their speed like permanently. It's really stupid. Like speedsters are absolutely broken, and that's probably why the Flash series only has him go up against like speedsters after like season 1, because they're like, yeah, now that he knows how to use his powers, there's no reason he can't take out every single opponent.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Short of like a Superman. Yeah, I agree with
Also
that.
why I love speedster powers, because they're so broken. It's like, you got an issue, just speed. It's like, well, the speed won't cut it.
You know, that's
Won't
something
cut it.
we didn't really test in Mutants and Masterminds. Fun fact for anyone that's watching too is that Mutants and Masterminds is pairing up with Sentinels of the Multiverse, and that game's going to be coming out soon. So same format, Sentinels of the Multiverse, but Mutants and Masterminds IP stuff. So, but like we never really tested it on our Mutants Mastermind game because no one of our characters was Speedster, and I was just always hesitant to invest in it because I didn't see like either A, it was going to be stupidly broken and it was going to get nerfed, or B, Tim as the GM was going to nerf it from the start because otherwise, like, he would just ham on the speedster abilities.
Well, here's the thing. The speedster, I feel like the speedster ability isn't in it itself, but it could definitely be abused. But the issue isn't the speed at which you travel; it's the multi attack. So if you were able to like reach an opponent, I think I had a build. What I wanted to do, I still kind of want to do, is I have a whole
oh,
grapple thing going on. I wanted to give him like multi attack stretchy tendrils of
right.
shadow,
hmm
and just like grab like everybody on the map at.
That would have been pretty smart, but you're right, though. I think the game mechanics force it to be, well, I would say
I kind of want to
grounded,
do
but
that
I also think it would kind of
console.
negate the pro of investing in the speedster because the game mechanic only allows you to attack like once. You know, right? So like no matter how fast you run, you can only throw one punch, which in the comic book world, like the concept is you throw 1,000 punches in a split second. So the game mechanic kind of hamstrings the concept.
Yeah.
I think. I also know there's a difference between speed thinking and speed doing. And so like to make, I don't know how he would adjudicate on that, but like if it was like I'm at a computer terminal, you can speed Like on that one shot, my character was able to think at a faster rate. So hacking the computer, the math was down because I could just think
Think
fast.
faster.
Think fast. Um,
High reaction speed.
yeah, high reaction speed, but like he wasn't quick, but he could do all the computations quickly. So just entering a keyboard really fast was practical.
Processing speed.
Right. Um, but yeah, we never really tested. He had a NPC that was a speedster, and we never really fought that person. That because we were so underpowered, we didn't really tackle that when we met the speedster early on. Because we met the speedster like episode 2 and 3, so like very first season stuff. A stiff breeze could have knocked us over back then. Like so.
I was kind of introduced in the arc of everyone turn like I can turn into a kaiju.
That's right.
I haven't upgraded that ability since, and I don't really think I needed to. Because it was so useful. You're like, you should really use this. I'm like, okay. And I just kept making weird combos, and then I ended up with whatever Steven is, my character.
Whatever he is today. I wonder
Yeah,
if we'll ever
he's
revisit it or
very
not.
slowly. If we do, I'm very confident. I'm just gonna go further down the whole Eldritch Abomination route.
I think if our group ever gets back to it, I think we will. I think we'll feel nostalgic for it at some point. But I don't know if
Tomorrow,
we'll revisit our same characters. I know the offline group is back up, and the video is on both the YouTube channel as well as the Twitch. They met like I think this past week. I think on Super Bowl Sunday they played. So I will personally I will probably watch that to catch up on them. Of course, they're so far behind timeline wise than us, even though they're in a different verse of the multiverse.
we got time.
Like, actually, I think Tim started them off while we were in the trial, and I'm like, he time jumped them, I think, just for the sake of continuity purposes, because we got so far ahead of them, and they took like 6-9 months to get a new game together, or at least a game back together.
They used pacifist and long thought out plans. We just kept using non-lethal headshots. And,
That's true, and
that's my favorite.
and not having a plan, nor caring about the amount of collateral damage or societal upheaval we caused, while they're very.
Man, Fish would have loved to be in that party.
No, I think Fish.
It's so easy.
No, they were all like, "Let's do it for the good of all and no chaos." Fish enjoys.
No, not their party. In like our the headhunters group.
Oh yes. We'll see. We'll see if we visit it back. I think we'll go back to the universe, but I don't know if we'll revisit the same characters. I also, for me, like I think the characters were getting too OP for the environment they're in. So like,
I don't want to hear it, Mr. Everyone needs to be streetwise.
Right?
Everyone needs. If you had a choice, I'm pretty sure everyone's power would be a gun and then nothing else.
I would definitely make it more X-Men style of like, I'm Cyclops, I bring an I-beam. If you want something other than I-beam, pick somebody else. Like, I would definitely
like Jean Grey, she could just rewrite reality.
Jean Grey, you're right. No, that's true. X-Men,
okay, what about Magneto? He can just like completely destabilize like a country by lifting it out.
But I would keep it to.
Cannons.
But like Magneto is like he's only got like one power set, but he's like end game power set of like global reach.
We'll tone it down. That's someone that's not as big of a physical threat. Someone like Xavier, who can just mind control an entire like planet.
No, but he needs a machine to do it. He needs a machine to do it. So like he needs
So the caveat
Cerebro.
is he needs a VR headset. That's his weakness.
Yes, but if I was the GM, I would make it incredibly difficult for him to build Cerebro. So like, you're not getting ahead of yourself and then getting content. I'm just gonna roll and mind control everyone to peace and happiness.
What about Apocalypse?
Which there's a moral dilemma. If Xavier can force his will on everybody in the globe, why doesn't he just make it like everyone like world peace and fix world hunger. Like he could literally
I
fix that with
think
his
that's
mind.
called. I think that's called slavery.
But
Um.
it's for a good cause.
Also, I don't think he could like physically handle that. I think his brain would literally turn him
You
off.
think the whole of humanity would be more than his superpower to like convince everyone to do
One
good?
guy that like is a philosophy teacher versus the entire like restrained will of every single person on the planet, from geniuses, demigods, mutants, variants, villains, everything. Nah, I don't
How
think
about this? Not let's leave the mutant equation out
he
of it.
might be able to
Like
handle like a
all
cult of
humanity,
people.
non-mutant humanity. Do you think Xavier could like will them to be better people as a
No,
group collectively? No, too much.
no. Well, here's the thing. Are you counting mutates?
No,
You know,
no.
like
Even just
Spider-Man,
no.
Spider-Man,
I'm
or
just count.
Captain America.
No, I'm counting just like regular people, no mutants. So like the world is
I think
essentially the whole world is happy except for mutants. Kind of, they could be or they could not be, but
I think
they have choice in it. I guess they're the only ones with choice.
if he had to perpetually control a group of people that were just average humans, so they're not like super,
Right.
I'd say he could go for like 1,000. Maybe he has like a much higher hit rate than I think, especially with Cerebro.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to just get like, if he wanted to like commit mass genocide, like, okay, I'm gonna control these people, and then I'm just gonna have them like hit the nuke button, and then I'm gonna have this other guy. I'm gonna like just have him unleash a bunch of like deadly viruses. I'm gonna make like I think that if push came to shove, Xavier could like single-handedly destabilize the entire planet,
Sure.
but I don't think he could actively control everybody on the planet by even like he could make like if he could, he would have definitely like used a variation of it because he stopped people, but he's never like made them do like complex tasks for long extents like periods of time. Uh, because and if he really was that strong, he would be constantly like using his ability on enemies through Cerebro, like all
But
the
he
time.
does that a lot, like Magneto. That's why he's got the whole helmet. Is like, get on my head.
Well, the
But
thing is,
like,
Cerebro is more to track down and locate. It doesn't let you like really control them. I think he has it amps his abilities in range, but they don't really go into like the
what that range?
lethality effect.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's really just the fact that Xavier's own lack of interest in using his abilities for combat has kind of made it difficult to determine. Well, there is onslaught, which is like the combined power of Magneto, like physical powers, and Xavier's mental abilities, and they said that like the onslaught, just like 50-50 split together in like a death suit or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
was comparable to the entire like Marvel universe. Like I think he was like single-handedly a threat for like the full cast of Avengers and a lot of other people. So Xavier could be like he's really really powerful. It's just that he doesn't utilize it, and I don't feel like he would have the will to handle it unless he was like really just super alternate evil timeline version.
Hmm.
The House of X is interesting, where he's more liberal with using his ability, but like even then he still doesn't use it for combat. It's like a more supportive build.
So you're gonna have to help me. House of X, is that a comic book series that like?
It is.
Ah.
It is the newest sort of generation of the X-Men comics. It's kind of
Oh.
like the
All right.
reboots. And in this, it's really really good. You can find it on you know Comic Storian or Comics Explained. I recommend Comic Storian. He has like a lot of series, like the new series. It kind of takes place after the whole Wanda Maximoff No More Mutants debacle, where they all get wiped out and stuff
Hmm.
happens. Really really good. I recommend it because it is it's kind of like an alternate approach. It's very much the mutants are just done with people, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go to Krakoa, which is like a living island, and we're just gonna start a new civilization of mutants for mutants, and we're gonna abuse the absolute crud out of all of our mutant powers. Like they just made straight up like resurrection pits. Magneto joined them because he's like, this I can get behind. It's all like because of this character, this who's like really old character. I can't remember her name, but basically, her mutant power is like every time she dies, she goes back in time. So she's been like through like four, like or five or six different iterations of the timeline with mutants that all eventually end up getting killed
Huh.
and destroyed, like through the just different timelines.
So she
She
lives
keeps
her
going
life, and
back
then when she dies, she goes back in time before she was born, or she's
before, like as a kid, sort of, and she
okay.
lives her life up to the point. And what this continuity's been doing is they've been having her go to Xavier, like when she's still the X-Men haven't really been formed yet, and Xavier is still kind of in school. He's an adult, but he hasn't really fully uh,
Committed
gone
himself
into
to the
the X-Men
cause.
yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what she does is she's like, "Read my mind," and then he's like, "Oh," and
Oh,
so basically, they're just kind of restarting, and this is like trial number whatever. And in this timeline, all the mutants are together. Basically, it's after the whole. Maybe it's a bit later in the timeline, but it's because Wanda Maximoff they already did all of her crazy stuff. But basically, they got literally Magneto and Xavier are on the same team, and they just recruit all these different characters. You get to see some underused characters used well, and I think it's a pretty good storyline.
yeah, all right. How long has it been
But
around
it's
for?
it's a lot about like X-Men versus humanity.
Hmm.
So it's a bit dicey in the whole like, oh, who's the good guy? But
Yeah, it sounds like that would go back and forth, like depending on what you're trying to frame it as, like because it doesn't sound like they coexist very well. Not that they do in other timelines or other events. That seems to be the core one of the core issues. Um, but yeah. Oh, well, that sounds good. I didn't even know that existed. I, I like the X-Men. I liked the cartoon from the 90s. I know they're bringing that back on Disney Plus in the near future, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, I would say that was my first entry to the X-Men was when that was playing on Saturday morning cartoons. I have read some comics, but in fairness, and then the movies, but I actually haven't been satisfied with the movies for a while. I enjoy
even
my
X-Men
Xavier has
First
to be
Class.
Patrick Stewart. That's where I'm at.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm
What about Days of Future Past, where Patrick Stewart and the newer timeline showed up together?
again, Patrick Stewart is my Xavier. He just fits the mold. When they first picked him, I was like, this is perfect. You know, the newer ones, they're okay. They're okay. They're entertaining. Um, but yeah. But I really haven't dived into the comics that much. So that'll be interesting. I'll take a look at it.
Well, I
So
think this is probably a good place to.
yeah, the cut it. I was gonna say. So on that note, I'm gonna put in the chat one more last time. Please support Extra Life. Donate to anyone on the team, Rabbit Haberdashery, and Extra Life. The link is in the chat. Feel free to find one of our teammates, and they're each supporting different hospitals, and pick one to donate to. It goes straight to sick kids and their stays in the hospitals, make their lives a little better when they're going through some tough times. So please donate to Extra Life. Next week we'll be coming back. Chris has said he's going to visit us. Oh, we probably should do the wheel. Do we have a few minutes to do the wheel real quick?
Yeah, we can do the wheel.
All right, let me pull up the wheel, so the wheel of villainy here, so we can kind of figure that out. Um,
Yeah,
and
right
then
after this, I'm gonna head to bed.
that's a good plan.
It was one of those days where we finished the fight really quick, but it wasn't enough time to like safely do a second one.
That right. No, I
It
completely.
potentially spanning 2 hours, so we just padded it with some nice superhero talk.
That's right. Come for the game, stay for the banter. I'm all about it. So, let's see here. I've got the wheel up on my screen now. I gotta figure out how to bring it up on. Um, Here we go. And okay, let's do the spin. Are you watching on this channel there, Coinless?
I am. Do. One
On
second.
Rabbit Haberdashery?
I looked away for a second. I am back on. I see this. It's slowing down, unless you haven't clicked it yet.
I haven't clicked it yet, so
Yeah, I'm ready.
it's slowly not stopping.
I'm
Yeah,
ready. It's
ready?
like,
All
wow, it's
right.
a very constant
All right.
speed.
If we get one we already do, we have to respin it and shuffle again. So ooh, ooh. All right. So it's
Do,
the
do, 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 do. Wait,
plague
wait,
rat.
wait, wait, wait. Wait. Oh,
Oh, did I ruin it for you? The lag.
yeah, the stream lag. But no, it's fine.
Plague
I
rat.
got it.
So I actually
I have him.
last week I played against him, and um he wasn't that bad. Honestly, I think he's very straightforward. I think the only problem is he'll do 5 plague damage pretty regularly, and then he'll put like these little he'll try to infect people, and then you get a little infected card. And if you destroy the infected card, everyone on the team takes 5 plague poison damage, which so essentially in a weird way, everyone on the team will get infected, but you don't want to remove it because otherwise you'll just team kill yourself. Um, but I think he's straightforward. I'd say he's probably going to give us a little more fight than a Kismet, but like kind of the same tier of villain. Of like I'm not afraid. Not gonna. I don't know if he's gonna necessarily give us a lot to run for, but he could. So we'll see. That'll be next week's guy. So that'd be cool.
The ultimate villain. He infects us with a cold, and we can't show up next week.
No, no. And hopefully Chris will join us. So, all right, for those that are watching, and thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Wednesday. And tomorrow we're going to have another RPG episode. I think it's going to be our
We're
Paleolithic
gonna be
campaign.
cave people.
Cave people. Uh, and
Cave
then
people.
uh, and
Cave.
then yeah, we'll go from there. So for Coinless and Eric, this is Rabbit Habit Airshare Games supporting Extra Life. Thank you and have a good night.